Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to this part 2 of today's 13-hour Academy stream with Lily as our DM for this section. Before we go and say hello to Lily and all these wonderful players around the table, please take a moment to check out these messages. First of all, social links, go and check out all of them. Discord, Twitter, YouTube. There's no such thing as social distancing. That is fake news. It's just simply physical distancing, and these are the tools to do so correctly. Also, check out our content warning for today. This is just a catch-all. We're not saying we're intending to do all of these things, but these are things that may appear. We've consented to them behind the scenes to say, hey, we're okay with these things appearing. Sponsors, Mage Hand Press. For all of your expansion for 5e needs, check out Mage Hand Press. They currently have a 25% discount on all of their PDFs, so for once, don't use my discount code. Also, if you would like to get your hands on their Dark Matter expansion for 5e, it's D&D in space. If you like the sound of that, then go and pick it up. You can order it through your local game store if they're managing to stay open through the quarantine. They recently signed with Diamond Comic Publishing, so you can still support your local game store and Mage Hand Press that way. Also, check out the Deck of Many with the magical moving picture cards. Would I throw these at Lily today? Yes, I would. These are available for donation options. You can check out their latest Kickstarter, which was funded in 15 minutes, no less, for new animated spell cards, reference cards for SRD spells level 6 to 9, and also an animated tarot deck, which has Alice very excited. I think they were last week or something. They were trying to push for 500,000. They probably smashed that already. Get in there before the Kickstarter closes, and you'll be jealous of everyone. Talking of Kickstarters being closed and being jealous of everyone, let's talk about Hero Forge. With their $3.1 million Kickstarter, we currently have access to their beta color tool. You can see us playing with that on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. to create these beauties. I have noticed a bit of chagrin in chat as people are like, damn, I wish I backed that. And I'm like, yeah, it's amazing. It's going to be publicly available in the next few months. Also, check out Dungeon Fog. For all of your map making needs, Dungeon Fog, top-down map making, lots of buildings, all that cool stuff, and plenty of assets that you can chuck on. As you add assets to your map, your DM notes get updated, you can. Sorry, I'm laughing at a message in chat there in Zoom chat. You can upgrade to their premium assets using our special code SCRATTAC. Let's go around and say hello to everyone, starting with our DM for this session, Lily.
Oh, hi. Hello. My name's Lili Sparx. I'm the girl with many lives. I am streaming basically every day. You can find my stream schedule in my Twitter bio. How do you find my Twitter bio? My name is Lili Sparx with an X on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. I play many characters and do a lot of weird voices. So if you're into that, check me out.
Oh, shame. Shame. I'm not following you. Okay, this is a follow check. If you're not following Lily already, now's the chance. Click the link. Go and press the follow button. I've already called the shame on myself, so now you can just bandwagon. This is an amnesty. Go and click that follow button. Also, let's go around next to the Sam Wisest. Sam, how are you?
Well, I'm good. How are you? I am Sam, everybody. I go by they, them. You can find me on Twitter. Yeah, sorry, I forgot where I was for a second. At the Sam Wisest. I'm SamWise_GameG here in chat. I stream a little bit on there, so you can follow me here, but most of the time you can find me over at the Chromatic Chimera, where I am the accessibility director. And I play a lot of games over there, too, so check us out.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do that. Is that right?
I believe in you. Yeah, that's us.
That's right. There we go. Nailed it. The stream title needs to be changed. Yes, it does.
Oh wait, oh shoot! I thought that was the Twitch. I'm sorry. Yeah, Twitter only has the one C in between. I can get you for it. I can get it up.
There we go. Hey, we're doing it. You know.
I know character limits on names. It's it's tough.
So it's not actually Chromatic Chimera on Twitch. It's on Twitter. Yeah.
On Twitter. Yeah, it's just the one
Twitter.
C.
Chromatic Chimera. Okay, got it. Next around the screen, we have Chantel B.
Hey, I am Chantel B. You can find me on Twitter at Chantel B. You can find me at Words with Color. I am a wordswithcolor.com. I am a writer, actor, PhD, commiserado. I can be found very frequently on Do Respite, twitch.tv/DoRespite, playing often Savage World, sometimes D&D, sometimes I never know what game I'm going to play, really. I turn up and I say, what character am I playing? And I figure it out from there. Yeah, let's play some game.
Play some game. Love it. Words of Color, one of the things that I'm loving about that website at the minute is Chantel's reviews of our cleanup crew, the little blogs in Chicanery's voice. They crack me up every week. Next around the screen, we have Paladin at HTT Paladin.
I really enjoy how you've had to like slow your roll to say my screen name, Scrat. Hi there.
Yep.
Hi there, I'm HTT Paladin. You can find me on Twitter under HTT Paladin. I'm the co-director for the Islands of Sina Una, now being published by Hit Point Press.
I've got a link for that.
Yes, you do, instead of having to keep relinking that old Indiegogo that I
I'm
don't
so
want people to
excited.
see.
I'm so excited to play Sina Una.
Well, thank you.
So excited to be in it.
Yes. Yes, I can't wait either. Anyway, those are the links. Mackenzie may also be related to that one in chat there. She is cursing at me. Mackenzie knows my character today. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Lily, let's hand over to you. Let's get this show rolling.
All right. So, waiting for the music drop. We start off today in a beautiful seaside coastal town. It is warm, summery, blue skies, a little bit of salt on the air as a cool breeze wafts through. It's kind of a tourist place. You're all here for whatever reasons. Maybe you live here, maybe you're just passing through. Whatever it may be, you are here. And one day you're strolling through town and you notice an interesting looking water genasi, probably blue figure, kind of about 4 feet tall, long wavy green hair. And they just have this giant sign that says, "Luxury Cruise Guaranteed." Who has a passive perception of over 12? Raise your hand. All of you notice that there is an asterisk next to guaranteed. Antonio, you do not.
I totally have my character sheet open. I totally have it open.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. Hey, it's not super important, but you see, luxury cruise guaranteed. So you're all interested in this luxury cruise. Why don't we go around and find out what your character looks like, what their name is, and why you want to go on this cruise? Who wants to go first?
Oh, I guess I can if you need somebody to.
Yeah, step on up.
Okay, well, hi, my name is Heart of Gold. Everybody can just call me Goldie, though. I'm a tabaxi, kind of a little bit short and stocky, you know, for like a tabaxi. I'm only like 5.5 feet tall or so, but I wear some pretty simple white clothing with a nice yellow wrap-around tunic, and if you look carefully, you can see some like paintbrushes tucked into my fashion stuff, and I'm pretty excited about the prospect of a cruise. Must be some nice scenery there.
Awesome. So you put in your name for the cruise and you wander off. Next to come wandering up and sign up for the cruise is Antonio. Let's throw you in.
Yeah, Antonio has recently got off a boat journey, having come into some money, and they're wondering what to do with that money. They look, they've got their hair slicked back. It's sort of like a dark, maybe brown, maybe black hair. They definitely are wearing spectacles, actually.
Great.
And a suit, a full suit.
Oh, perfect. You are a spectacle with your spectacles and suit in this very
otherwise-
easy ocean town.
Look very plain. Just look like a regular, everyday.
Great.
Couldn't pick him out of a
Great.
crowd, you know.
Not suspicious at all. Definitely very normal. So
Wholesome. You could say wholesome.
yeah, you throw your name in for that cruise, and you go on your way.
Came into a bunch of platinum. Luxury cruise sounds great.
Yep, it's definitely gonna come in handy. And up next, I'm gonna go with Crow.
Considering we've said looking snazzy, if a robot could look like a ballerina, this is Crow. Crow is very delicate, very slender. Her body sort of goes straight into a point, almost like, I can't remember the name, but if anyone knows the Jetsons, that point. That's what
Are
we're
you
thinking
thinking
of.
about Judy's like top like thing?
Are you talking about Rosie the maid?
I'm talking about Rosie the maid,
Yeah,
but
Rosie.
like if Rosie were ballerina thin with like the point at the bottom, we've got very, very clean lines of her face. She's wearing something similar to this, like a really light dress, but around her waist is sort of what could probably be best described as a wooden tutu. It basically looks like she's been cut out of a crow's nest. She just kind of got stuck, and they just kind of went, okay, well, let's cut you out instead. And she loves the idea of a cruise. She wants to perform on this cruise. She wants to be a cruise bard.
Beautiful. Don't we all?
Don't we all?
Yeah. And last but certainly not least, up comes rolling up. I'm going to attempt to say this. Irvela.
Yeah, that's good. We'll go with that. Walking up is this kind of skittish-looking half-elf in very worn-out leathers. Just kind of, as he signs each individual letter, he's just looking to the left and right as he signs away and boards.
Amazing. So you have all put your name in for this cruise, and you're all very excited for the prospect. You get the details from the person standing there. They say, come to this dock tomorrow at 10 a.m. So is there anything any of you would like to do before you set off for a cruise? All right, you just spend your night doing whatever it is that you have been doing in this place. And the next morning you gather on the dock that they told you to. My favorite part about running this game is I don't actually know boat words, so you're gonna get a lot of boat thing. So you see the ship standing there. Its side is a very prismatic, almost like turquoise blue gradient. It's very grand looking. The first thing you notice is that there are 3 masts, but there are no sails whatsoever on it. The second thing you notice is another water genasi who is leaning over the side of the boat. They've got like long, flowy, white seafoam kind of hair with a dark turquoise body. And they lean over the side of the railing and they go, hello, I hope you are ready for this luxury cruise. Hello, you are my passengers, right? You all signed up for the cruise in the town?
Yeah, that's me.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. Great.
Yes,
Because
I'm here for a cue.
Oh, excellent. Last time, I accidentally brought some people that, hadn't signed up. So it's very good that you did. Why don't you come aboard? And they will lower the boat thing and it flocks onto the dock and you can all step up. You all see each other for the first time. And as you board the ship, the figure comes towards you. They move very gracefully in this like very flowy sort of way. And they have a very large clipboard in one arm. And they say, all right, so can I get all of your names, please? Oh, first of all, my name is Landon Rakewater, merchant extraordinaire. Prefers hands around.
Urvela kind of just takes a step back when he's offered a hand to shake, and she goes, Urvela, that's me.
Urvela, excellent. And you see a big check on the clipboard. And I'm also looking for a heart of gold, but aren't we all?
Oh, I have never heard that one before. That's not true. I have. Hi, I'm Heart of Gold. You can call me Goldie, and I'll take his hand in like a clawed hand and go right in for like the double handshake, really enthusiastic.
Oh, I feel like they're trying to like check names while you're trying to grab their hand, so they were just like, oh, like sort of check it with their face, and then yes, beautiful, lovely to meet you. And who else are we seafaring with today?
Yes, my name is Antonio de Glace, and if you happen to be in need of an accountant, there's my card. I'm looking forward to this luxury cruise.
I am looking forward to having an accountant, because a merchant without an accountant is, well, not doing too great. So we will certainly talk after this. And you, my dear, who might you be?
My name is Crow. Hello, good day to you.
Hello, good day. Excellent. Well, as you see, this is a luxury cruise ship, also known as a merchant ship, that I rigged up to accommodate cruise passengers because, the way between here and Exeras, that island paradise over there, it can be quite lonely. So I figured instead of traveling with a bunch of boxes and cargo, I would get people in here. Isn't that exciting?
Oh yeah, that's very clever of ya.
Their whole demeanor seems to be very, they're very like almost sleazy, but more like if water was sleazy. So it doesn't have that oiliness to it. They just seem to flow a lot. And they look around at the empty, deck, and they say, "You may be wondering where all the sails and whatnot are. Well, this is a magical ship. It runs on alchemy and other things that I don't quite understand. I'll give you the tour. Let's go." And they will lead you down to the below decks, down the stairs into the slightly underneath the boat part. And as soon as you step down the stairs, it's kind of like dim lighting, but you catch a flicker of movement, and you see out of the corner of your eye, just a tiny little construct comes running out. It's about this big. It's basically like a robot claw with eyes, giant eyes like this, and it peers up at you. And then out of the shadows, many more come, and as well as some that are like a box on top of another box, and they have like spindly Adventure Time arms. Ah, yes, this is my crew. Being a magical ship, I don't actually need a crew, but I got these constructs out of steel. Say hello, everyone. And they all go, hello.
Oh, hi there.
Crow gets down to their level and her legs just kind of collapse so that she's down at their level. Hello.
I'm going to call them claws and arms. One of the arms comes up to you and sort of like boops you on the face. You are a free robot.
Yes. Yes.
At the sight of all these, Aurela's going to quietly go, "Ah!" and hide.
Okay. What would you like to hide behind? There's a variety of crates and boxes and doors.
Whatever's inanimate and large enough.
I'm gonna go with Landon's clipboard, as they have it, sort of angled out. You can just kind of duck behind it. And they go, "Oh, yes, I see that, yep, I'm sorry I didn't warn you about the construct. Are you afraid of tiny things?"
Why is they moving?
Oh, you see, like this boat, they are filled with magic and arcane powers, so they can move and, to some extent, speak.
Urbela's just frozen, just looking very frightened.
So Landon will just kind of turn away from you to the rest of you. All right, so on this level of the boat, we have many rooms. We have our premium bunks, and they open a door, and there's a very massive cabin with like a beautiful panoramic window of the ocean. But we'll get to that later, and they'll close that, and then they'll go to the other side, kind of point at like two double doors at the end of the hall and say, "That over there is our dining rooms. We also have a study and a kitchen. Now, if you will follow me to the below decks, off we go. Landon doesn't know boat words either, don't worry about it. And in the below decks, you see there is basically nothing. There's just a lot of like crates stacked up. There's also some hammocks swinging from the ceiling. And what you do notice is that on the other side, there's a huge metal door with a porthole that's just glowing this vibrant, almost sickly green color. Landon leans in real close and says, "That over there is where all the magic happens. Literally, you know, they have things that make the boat go." Yes, it's very impressive. So, any questions?
No questions for me. I'm just taking everything down. Constructs to steel and magical boat engine. Probably very expensive.
Yes. You also forgot to mention our amenities of the study and the dining room and the kitchen. Yes.
Oh.
Quite fancy. I know. For a merchant ship, it's not bad, right?
No, it's
How does the
really
boat-
nice.
How
does the boat go?
I have no idea. I hired some alchemists a little while ago, and they were like, "We could just make the boat go." And I was like, "That sounds amazing. How much will it cost?" And they said, "Nothing." And I said, "Amazing," because I don't have an accountant, so I'm not good at,
And
tallying
so
up.
that was a gift, an unaccounted for gift. Got it.
Yes, in fact, you might say it was somewhat free servitude, because they're still in there doing things, But, they're prepping the boat to go, so we can't go say hi right now. And
Most
right as
people-
Landon... Yeah.
Most people don't realize that you still have to report gifts to the MRS, Magical Revenue Services.
I didn't even know there was a magical revenue services. You are going to be very helpful. You know what, Antonio? Just for that, why don't you take a premium bunk? And they'll give you a little elbow nudge.
Will also be a gift. I'd rather keep things on the books with cash if that's okay by you.
Oh, all of this is expenses paid. This is a luxury cruise, my friends. We do not require your money. We're out at sea in the land of no land, just water. So, Antonio, why don't you take a premium bunk? And for the rest of you, we have one other premium bunk. Who can be useful to Landon?
I stand to sleep.
Oh, great. Then you will be fine down here with the hammocks and the boxes. Excellent.
Oh, I don't really mind or take up much space myself if you would like it. And I'll look over to, I'm sorry, how do you say your character's name? Irvelia?
Urvela.
Urvela, there we go. I'll look over to Urvela and just be like, if you want, you can have it.
Please, if I'm in a room by myself, I won't scream at night.
Oh, well, then I think that stands to reason then. I mean, I'm okay. I actually really like just sleeping up above under the stars, if that's okay. Don't want to get in anyone's way.
There's literally no people on this boat, so there's no one's way to get into.
Well, there you go then.
Why do
Excellent.
you
And the
scream?
alchemists, of course.
Yeah, I like how none of us addressed that. We're just like, oh, okay.
Don't worry about it.
Just a quick wide-eye moment, then okay, yeah, sure.
We don't have time to unpack all that.
This is a one-shot. We gotta keep moving.
Yeah, Landon's like, yes, it is a very quick shot over to Xera. So why don't we just get all settled for dinner? Dinner will be served in the dining cabin. I have some matters to attend to, so I'll be taking inventory and stock and whatnot. And just at that moment, they have to kind of catch themselves as the boat starts to recede from the dock, go to sea. And it doesn't feel like the normal jerky movement of a boat. It feels very smooth, like a transition. And Landon says, "Oh yes, all the best alchemy that no money can buy." Well, I will see you all in the morning for breakfast. Enjoy your dinner, and please, if you have any questions, ask a construct. And they will recede into the darkness. So, you have a couple hours until dinner. What would you like to do, if anything?
I guess I'm gonna try and explore around the hold of the ship without being seen, just to kind of see how things operate.
Give me an investigation check. And you know what? A stealth too sounds fun. Please.
Roll 20. Why are you being like this?
Yeah, that's weird.
So this will be investigation and stealth.
Sweet. So 15
Damn.
investigation,
Whoa.
30 stealth. Would you like to describe how you stealth away from the group to do your investigation?
Real quick, I actually have advantage on my stealth checks because
Oh, yeah.
of my cloak.
Cool.
So 32.
Amazing.
He is going to put a hand over his mouth to stop him from screaming, and just kind of move in and around different crates and cargo to try to avoid anybody getting direct line of sight on him.
Cool. So you all notice as Irvela just kind of like backs up a couple of steps, but then you kind of like, you thought that you were following with your eyes, but then he just disappears.
Oh, guess he went to go do some screaming or whatever.
Some very
Why
quiet
does-
screaming.
Why
I'm
does he
just a-
scream?
I'm just imagining a man just alone in a locker room just screaming into a corner now. That's Arvela.
Accurate.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Screaming
Off
to a corner.
screaming.
So you're investigating around the hold. What do you want to look into the crates? You want to check doors?
Yeah,
How
do I see any crates that like have hinges or open lids? Anything that can open up without having to like use a crowbar, basically.
Yeah. You find 3 boxes that seem relatively easily opened.
I'm gonna just kind of pop my eyes in there real quick just to see what's up. Let's say,
Alright.
what am I seeing?
There is a box of what appears to be assorted masks. You know, kind of the Mardi Gras masks with the very fancy feathers and detailing and, yeah, just a bunch of masks.
Huh. I'm just gonna grab one and put it in a pouch and
Cool.
keep on with my investigations.
Great. And the 3 of you, what else would you like to do?
I'd like to give Paladin a advantage from Critical Bard.
Thanks, Evie. Wait, why am I thanking you? That's not useful for me. Anyways, yeah, you have the run of the ship. What would you like to do?
Crow would like to approach Antonio. I am a gift.
I'm sure you're absolutely delightful.
I am a gift.
Yes?
Am I tax deductible?
That depends. Do you do you classify yourself as a contractor or a service or a other?
I am a gift.
Okay. How much would you say are you paid for your services?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. How much are you paid?
An unknown amount.
That's very questionable. How can you be a gift and be paid, though?
Crow freezes for a moment.
Out the corner of your eye, Crow probably sees Heart of Gold has just quietly taken like a notepad out and is like painting this conversation happening like 10 feet away, just staring.
It's
I
okay.
am a gift and provide services.
Okay.
One of the constructs will the claw constructs will just make its way up onto your shoulder and say, I am also a gift, but not paid for services.
And you are sentient.
Probably.
Yes.
Well, that's the most sentient response I've ever heard. Then I'm
Mhm.
afraid you probably both have actionable items here. I mean, if you're not being paid, that's not just a tax issue. That's also a workers' rights issue.
Do you think I have a legitimate legal claim?
What services do you provide? Do you have a
Mm,
contract?
I tap things, I transport things, and I scuttle.
Why do you do all that?
That is an excellent question.
Because if you're not
And
contracted, you can just leave.
leaving. I will consider this. And it'll scuttle down and across the floor. And you see it like in one of the dark corners with like now another group of robots. And you can kind of faintly hear them like mumbling to each other.
Workers' rights are apparently important.
They are indeed.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily the thing that's important, but having laws and orders and things in place, that truly, that is important, yes.
So you all take the time to relax, get acquainted. It's still beautiful weather. Antonio and Irvela, whenever you come back from your investigations, you get settled in the premium bunks. They are quite spacious and comfortable. And if there's nothing else you would like to do, you will convene in the dining hall for dinner at 7 p.m. It's a pretty cramped room compared to some of the other ones you've seen here. It's all red velvet mahogany benches. There's a giant painting of Landon on the wall that kind of takes up the entire wall. And you all kind of squeeze in. And the constructs will start to filter into the room. The claws all have like plates that are balanced on top of them, and they like climb up and they bring the plates out. The arms they serve with like putting little napkins on your laps and all that. And you are all in the same room for eating dinner. And you stare awkwardly at each other.
Urvela is going to eat very, very rapidly, just kind of keeping an eye on everybody as he's just very worryingly getting a sharp object close to his face. Very, very, too many times for comfort. As he's just eating very fast and watching everybody.
Heart of
Very
Gold is taking their time. Anyone sitting next to them might detect a very strong smell of catnip, and they're just really enjoying this meal right now, just going to town.
Mm-hmm.
Can you feel
Crow
it, Mr.
is-
Krabs?
And there's like paint splatters all in their fur. They were like on deck painting during the downtime.
Beautiful.
Crow is plugged into a socket, but otherwise unmoving.
Mm-hmm. No idea where that socket came from. The boat provides.
She found one.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm sure the Modrons must have some use.
And I just need to do a real quick shout out to Shannon. Hello. We're playing that one shot that you played in that first time. Anyways, off we go. Antonio, how are you eating your dinner?
Oh, I'm probably. What is the food? That is very important on how. I
Oh,
eat it.
yes, of course. There is a variety of very delicate steaks. And when I say delicate, it's because they're extremely juicy, but kind of like thin cut. So very nicely grilled, seasoned to perfection. There's bowls and buckets of mashed potatoes. There's all kinds of vegetables. So many assortments of strange fruits that you haven't seen before, like palate cleansers. And also some pasta, a pasta salad, yeah.
I think Antonio will help himself to some fruit. He's going to take perhaps something that looks a little bit like a banana and take a knife and fork and proceed to cut it into small chunks and eat it with knife and fork.
Perfect.
Does he peel it first?
No.
Right.
Good. So you all tuck in, and as you're eating and maybe making some small talk here and there, you notice that one of the constructs with the arms, they're kind of clanky sounding. Every time they move, there's just a bit of a rattly, like, thunk, and then they kind of like fall over a little bit and keep going. Oh, here is your mashed potatoes.
Oh, are you okay there, little buddy? Did you get into my catnip?
They place the mashed potatoes in front of you and then stand there with their arms kind of like this for a second. They say, "Are any of us ever really okay?"
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Goldie just sort of like galaxy brains for a minute there.
Urvela's gonna look over at this thing and just go, Could you chill?
I am chill. You chill.
I'd love to. You're not helping.
I'm sorry. I tried to help, and they'll like scurry under the table, and you hear them like clank, clank as they just like fall down the seat to underneath the table. Is this better?
No response as Urvela's just clutching onto his chest and very looking wide-eyed now at the floor, at the table, just anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mr.
After-
Modron.
Hmm?
Mr. Modron, are repairs included in your servitude here?
I could probably ask one of the claws to repair me. That's
I mean,
basically what they
provided-
do.
By your employer, as it for want of a better word. Take that
No,
as a
I
no.
think that the broken ones just get thrown overboard. Yeet.
Thrown overboard, yeet. Thank you.
Are we being audited? Is this cruise being audited?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Did you want us to tell?
Well,
you,
did we know
tell-
Scratticus running his own one shot right now?
you said we wanted a motivation, right? Did you want us to share those, like, publicly or privately or anything like
You
that?
don't have to. Yeah, it's just something to keep you in mind as you're going on this cruise.
I'll share it with you privately so you get a little insight into
Cool, 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 cool. I'm excited. So yeah, after about like 5 minutes, sensing that Urvela has maybe calmed down, the construct will start to like come clanking out. Clank, clank, clank. And now they seem like even more kind of weighed down by something. They're kind of lilting a little bit as they make their way to the door.
I was going to approach that
Mhm.
clanking eater.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. It feels like, and they kind of do a little bit of a wiggle, and you just hear something rattling around. They're like, something inside me is weird.
Do you have loose bolts?
I hope not. That would be very bad. Hey, could you look at me for me?
Yes. Yes, I can.
And they'll turn you around on their back, and you can like, there's like a little panel, and you pop it open, and inside you see a series of lines and gems. It's basically like a metal plate that has grooves in it, almost like a grid, and gems at the corner of each of the intersections. Oh, that is just my control panel. Can you just connect all the gems and that'll unlock my screen?
Crow does so.
Give me a dexterity saving. Get dexterity check, sorry, please.
Check or saving throw.
Check.
No!
Cool. That is a not a 32. I can't see it for some reason. What
That's-
did you roll?
Yeah, I
Why
can't
is it
see
not
it
coming
either.
up?
Are you,
It's
are
not
you
showing
using,
up.
are you using D&D Beyond or the Roll20?
I am, yeah. No, I'm using D&D Beyond.
There could be an issue. There was.
Oh, there we
Roll20
go.
did go down earlier.
So, hang on one second.
I just saw an
That's a
11.
13.
Okay, perfect. A 13. So you're sliding your finger. What do crow's hands look like?
Not fully blades. Like they have fingers, but they
Mhm.
are long and thin.
Okay, perfect. So you kind of start to like move your fingers along. You're not really sure the pattern that you're supposed to be using, but you kind of go ahead there. And you notice that as you draw your line across the top, the 3 gems light up. And then when you draw your hand down, the top corner gem unlights, but these two light up.
Are you a puzzle?
Maybe we are all puzzles.
Urbela is going to chime in with a.
And they're kind of
Making small talk at dinner. Do you think this is nihilist or is it existential?
Yes.
both.
I think asking me that is making it both. Both.
First one, then the other.
Well, first it was fear, now it's clearly defined as fear for my own mortality and fear for meaning.
Lipstick, Modron.
Crow freezes.
This is getting pretty heavy. Just still piling food into my mouth.
What happens if Crow draws their finger down diagonally?
They all light up.
Was that the point?
Sorry?
Is that the what?
All the
That
gems
was-
light up. Yeah, in a diagonal line, and the other ones fade.
Remind me what the aim of this is. To make all of them light up simultaneously?
You ask that to the construct, and the construct is like, I don't know my password. It's just a pattern of some kind to unlock my screen. I can't see it because it's on my back. So maybe if someone else has like really thin fingers, they can like meow or something.
I will try. Yeah.
Okay. Give me another dexterity check at advantage, please.
So 19.
19. Yeah. This time when you go, you kind of get your fingers into some of the vertical grooves and horizontal grooves, and you don't know what you did, but all of the gems just light up. And with this blinding like flash, you blink your eyes a little bit, and when you look again, you see that there is almost like an electronic screen in front of you, but it's transparent, like a hologram. That's what I'm saying, hologram screen. And there's a picture of a face that looks kind of like an illithid. I don't know if Crow would know what an illithid is, but it's some kind of like monster face with tentacle mouth. But it's like see-through, and you reach in, and inside there's like a thick ring. What's up?
Is this supposed to be here?
What is that? Oh, what is that? I don't know what that is.
Crow is going to raise her hand and just say, "Does anyone know what this is?"
I don't
Make a
think so.
history check?
Yeah? History check, please.
I've audited a fair few places. That's this isn't gonna work, is it? No, it's not. I'm gonna use the. You know what? I'm gonna use the fancy new D&D Beyond dice roller.
I love that.
I'm going to roll Knowledge Arcana.
All right.
That's how you know I play 3.5, because I keep saying Knowledge Arcana.
I also say that, but I never played 3.5, so.
9.
9, cool.
25.
25. Beautiful. Antonio, give us a bit of history about Antonio's history. Where do you think he would have obtained the knowledge of what this ring is?
He has been an accountant for many, many people. And it often part of his job is to inform people that they do have to actually account for their inventory as well as their actual money. So he often ends up going through appraising and, designating worth and history to items. Often
Perfect.
magical items.
Awesome. This is a magical item. Irvela, I'll say that with that 9, you know that it is some kind of magical artifact. You get that vibe, but maybe you can't see it close enough, or you're too busy internally screaming.
That's my secret. I'm always screaming. I'm looking at this thing, looking around the room, and I just say it to the room. I feel like Landon. I have no idea what that does.
Antonio, you do know what this does. You recognize it to be a ring of mind shielding.
Oh. Those are common, right?
They are uncommon, I believe.
Oh, yes, a minorly uncommon magical artifact there. The rings that protect the mind. Would be invisible to divination, I believe. Worth around 300 gold pieces, depending on the buyer.
Wow, that was inside me? That's cool. I wonder how it got there. And they'll kind of straighten up and kind of lean against the wall to close their panel again.
How long do you think that's been inside you, just out of interest?
What is time? Probably since probably since before I came on this boat. I don't know how long I've been on this boat for.
Would you say it's more or less than a year?
More.
More or less than 5 years?
Less. My
That's just-
internal clock is skewed.
That's okay. We'll assume 3 years, and we'll use straight line depreciation. So we'll call it probably worth around 100 gold pieces now.
Was when you first came here, was that around the last time somebody opened your back panel there? When's the last time someone was rooting around there for you?
Probably that. We've only had one other trip with passengers, and Landon mostly ignores us, so
Oh,
they do a arm shrug.
should
Why was there?
No, go ahead.
Go, you go.
Why was there an illithid on your back?
A what?
Illithid.
Arm shrug. All of you hear this question about an illithid. I don't know if any of you would have personally had experience with illithids, but you hear Crow ask about this
Nope.
illithid.
Oh, what's that there? Is that a snack? It sounds tasty.
Crow puts the ring down and just raises her hands so they're like this.
Mhm.
I don't-
guess
I don't know what that is. That
I'm gonna roll Arcana just to see if I know what this means.
Sure.
If I get a high result, I reserve the right to be upset.
Mhm.
Cool. I have no clue still.
Cool. Yeah. Especially because it's like robot fingers, so you know they look like exceptionally long. Antonio, I'll say like with your 23 history, you probably know what an illithid is. It's come up in your readings.
I don't think I've ever encountered one, but yeah, I would
Mhm.
know of them. Perhaps once
Mhm.
did accounts for a third party.
Mm-hmm. The construct turns to you and it says, I don't know what an illithid is, but I bet you those alchemists downstairs do or have something to do with this. Between you and me, I don't like alchemists. Mm-hmm.
Did it,
Mr. Modron, have the alchemists been on board since you came on board?
Yes.
Before you came on board, or at the same time?
No, I came, then they came, then we had passengers, then we came back, then now you are passengers, and they didn't leave.
But yes, but we're assuming this is around 3 years' time. You've only done 2 cruises?
Yes. Very recently, Landon has only equipped the ship for cruises recently.
I believe you had a question there, Evela. I'm sorry to have interrupted you.
it's fine. Do they lock the door they use?
No, I go in there all the time just to watch them because they're weird.
How attentive are they?
They never see me, but maybe people just don't see constructs as if we are invisible because we are small and don't get paid. Arm shrug.
This is wrong.
Could I see that ring?
Yes. Hands it over.
would you like maybe like a brighter paint job or something? Maybe people will notice you a little more.
The construct can't smile. It's not built for that, but you get a sense of a smile from it as they just like use their gangly arms to climb up the table and plop in front of you and says, "Make me over, baby."
Oh, okay, I got you. And I just crack my knuckles and go into my bag. And like at the dinner table, I just move everything aside and I will start painting this Modron.
Amazing. Irvela, you have the ring.
I do have the ring. I'll be back. And Irvela's going to politely excuse himself and leave the room.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to put on the ring and he's going to try and stealth and make his way down to the alchemist room.
Mm-hmm. When you put on the ring, you immediately just get this sense of frantic panic as a voice enters your head telepathically like, "Oh my god, y'all are in a really big amount of trouble, and I am so glad that you finally put this ring on. But yeah, you're gonna need to like turn this, don't go where you're going. Things are gonna be bad."
Irvela looks at the ring and just putting a hand over his mouth, just goes, "Woo! Woo!"
Oh, I'm sorry. Could you not do that? Because that's like really loud in my telepathy brain. Thanks. And the ring starts also screaming at you and just goes, "Eh! Eh!"
What is D&D?
I'm so happy.
So existential. What is D&D?
What is time?
Irvela's gonna immediately walk back into the room. Okay, new plan. We gotta turn the boat around.
Yeah, you need to do that like pronto.
I mean, I don't know how to steer this thingy, Bob. We can go talk to Landon. Are you feeling okay?
Looking at the ring, Irvela goes, "Do you know?"
I just look really concerned at Crow and Antonio while he's talking to this ring.
I
Okay.
can't
Pro.
like, hear anything like outside of your head, so you need to like speak up. What they say? They down?
They don't know how to turn the boat around, and neither do I. Do you know how to turn the boat around? Because I don't know how to turn the boat around. I'm getting really nervous right now.
Crow goes over to Ivela and says, "Calming ship at sea. Are you always panicking? It is time to breathe."
The ring is talking to me. Okay, wait. I take the ring off and put it on Crow's finger.
Oh, hi. My name's Patrick, and I was just trying to warn you of impending doom. So, like, instead of like passing me around, maybe you could go and like do something.
I take the ring off and put it back on. See? It's not just me.
Panic is appropriate.
The ring can talk telepathically. That does significantly increase its value.
Panic is always appropriate.
I think that sounds pretty neat. I am still totally focused on repainting this Modron. Goldie is painting happy little clouds all over it. And is making like a pretty like sky sort of scene with like sunshine all over it.
I
Okay.
feel like throughout all of this painting, the robot is just like flailing its little arms, like.
Like, okay, well, you gotta stay still or it's gonna be all crooked. Okay there, buddy.
There's
Okay, I mean, don't worry, no mistakes, just happy accidents here. It'll be all right. Let me fix that up for you.
There's an old picture of Modrons, and they have like large human-like metallic lips, and that's all I'm picturing right now. Just this baby blue sky with cloud Modron, just like doing this.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
I like the wiggly, like, spindle arm image myself.
Yeah, it's the Adventure Time arms, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But why don't all of you go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw as the ship lurches forward and crashes into something.
11.
Oh, that messed me right up.
A dexterity saving throw?
Yes, please.
Haha.
A 16 for Heart of Gold.
29.
Boom.
All right.
I just like dig my claws into the table real quick to steady myself. Oh, that's all crooked now. I'm gonna have to redo that line.
It's just like a big white streak. 19, 29. Heart of
11.
Gold, 11. Heart of Gold had 16. Cool.
Just quickly
As
for
the
chat,
ship-
yeah, the Roll20 dice roller is kind of not working, so we can either use the dice roller or roll manually. But we're all just going to make sure that we say what we roll so that it picks up on the web captioner so that everyone can see what's going on.
So the ship lurches forward, and you all get this sensation of falling. Antonio, Goldie, and Irvela, you get this sensation of falling and then just kind of like turning over as if you were in space or zero grav or something. And you don't feel anything solid until you kind of like right yourself up again and you're back in the ship in solid ground. Crow, when you fall, you just full out get like smashed up against the ship wall, which is very solid and very real. And you're going to take 5 bludgeoning damage just from that hit as you just kind of knock yourself out a little bit. The construct that's currently being painted right now is just like on the floor with a big old like white blue streak across its beautiful painting. And it says, "Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no," and it's going to run out of there. And Patrick the Ring, who's wearing Patrick again? Yeah.
Me?
I'll say, okay, so like if you want to do some internal screaming, probably now is the time.
Doom.
So
Impending doom.
no one hears Arvela do this, but I guess since Patrick is telepathic, Patrick just hears. And that sums up the session of screaming.
All right, cool. So, what would y'all like to do?
Arvela turns over and goes, "Okay, my hunch is I'm going to go find the alchemists, and if they don't work with me on turning the boat around, I have violence at my disposal."
Oh, okay there. Well, I mean, I don't know if that there is a necessary just
I'm hoping
yet.
it's not.
Okay,
It's an escalation.
would you like some company going to check on these alchemisty types?
Are you quiet?
Oh, I can be, yeah.
Okay, because I can be super quiet, and I need someone else who's really quiet too when I go in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it, I think. I mean, you know, I'll do my best.
I can be
Okay.
loud and help you be quiet.
That
Oh,
is true.
That
Okay.
sounds neat.
I have a plan. Can you just bang on the door to get them to exit?
Yes.
Cool. Antonio, are you gonna come with us?
Yes, I'll come along. That would be lovely. I was just figuring out whether it would be better to do exponential differentiation considering the increased price of the talking ring.
On the inside, Patrick can hear. Hearing all this, much like I do in real life.
All right. I just for the sake of comedy, I'm gonna say that you absorb the words that Antonio says so that Patrick knows them, and Patrick is just gonna be like, "Is there someone out there that's like trying to put a value on me? Because that's like rude." And then he shuts up. So you all go down to the below decks to the alchemist door.
Crow is going to slam their hands on the door. At the same time as casting the cantrip Thunderclap.
Oh, okay.
Loud.
Oh, that was loud.
As you cast it, the door kind of like shivers on its hinges. And yes, perfect. Exactly.
Just these luscious lips.
Oh God, I didn't see the lips. It's not perfect anymore. I take it back.
It's even better.
Oh God. Anyways, the door
Lips
kind
make
of
it better.
no. Oh no. The door shivers with the resonance of your sound. And it kind of cracks open a little bit with the force.
Is this when we need to start being quiet?
We're going to be quiet. She's going to try and get them out so we can sneak past them.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to put my hood up.
Okay.
I guess I'll start looking for somewhere to hide. So they don't notice when they come out, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll find like a crate or something and just like duck down, try to tuck my tail behind me so it's like not hanging out behind a barrel or whatever.
Right. You don't hear anything from inside the room. It's just that sickly green kind of light as you enter in and creak open the door a little bit and slide in. You see a pretty grand room. There's a lot of tubes running around everywhere. The green light is emanating from there are these giant looking potion bottles. Like they look like potion bottles, but giant, at the four corners of the room. The one closest to the door is this bright green kind of liquid. And then there's also a red and a blue and a yellow one. And you don't see anyone.
Hello? Are you there?
When you say that, a head pokes out from one of the potion bottles, from behind the potion bottle, not inside it. And it pokes out, and it's like a human male in his, probably mid-30s with big glasses, wearing a lab coat, and they kind of sidle out from behind the potion bottle like, hello.
Are you an alchemist?
Yup.
You are required there.
Oh, it's probably fine. They step out more and you see that they are holding two smaller potion bottles, and he just pours the contents of one into the other.
What are you doing?
Oh, alchemy, magic. We work here. We're alchemists and human.
Are you paid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you a gift or a service?
I'm a human alchemist that provides magical services. Uh-huh. Yep.
Do you pay tax?
No, I'm sorry. I'm very busy doing magic, so I can't. Yep. We'll talk later. Uh-huh.
You should come out here.
Nah.
Or they will come in here.
Who's they?
Doom.
Oh, there's no doom.
Impending doom.
No, everything's super fine. Don't worry about it. Just a human alchemist making magic in the room. Don't worry about anything. And they're just gonna start like backing away. You see from behind the potion bottle like three other humans like stick their head out. They all look very geeky.
They will hurt you.
What?
If you do not come out, they will hurt you.
Give me a persuasion check.
Is when we start sneaking yet? Oh, wait, where'd he go?
23.
23. Irvela and Goldie and Antonio, if Antonio wants to be sneaky, y'all can make a stealth check to slide into the room.
Natural 20 for Heart of Gold. Thank you
Most
very
excellent.
much. For a total of 28.
Excellent.
I have advantage and I got 18. I have
Great.
a plus 13 to stealth and I got an 18. I'm going to think about that for the rest of the night.
And the rest of your life, that's fine.
A 22.
Beautiful. you all manage to kind of like slink into the room so that you're kind of arrayed around Crow. You don't have to be visible if you don't want to be. But yeah, you all just slide in there. And sorry, Crow, what was your persuasion check?
It wasn't a 23 because I forgot to add my proficiency, so that's a 27.
Beautiful. The alchemist is just like, listen, nobody needs to be hurt. We are just normal human alchemists doing normal alchemy. So, if you could leave us to our work, that would be great. And they'll start to walk away again.
What do you do here?
I do alchemy.
How does the
see?
ship go?
We pour the potion bottle into the other potion bottle, and it connects to the tubes in the ceiling, and by arcane momentum, the ship moves.
Does it look like that should be a thing to Crow?
Give me an insight check.
D1.
21. Yeah, you definitely get the feeling that this human is not human. As much as they would like to insist that they are human, as soon as they, you're a construct, you don't know humans super well, but after like the 5th time of this guy saying that he's a human, you're like, you're probably not a human.
It is good to be you.
Yup. Irvela, Antonio, and Goldie, is there anything that y'all would like to do as you are waiting on the sidelines and listening to this very strange conversation?
I'm just making notes.
Okay. Cool.
I roll insight to try and see if I believe them when they say they're human.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Can I tell if the ship is still moving since that, jerk or whatever it was?
It feels like it's moving ever so slightly, like almost like it's floating as opposed to like being propelled right now.
Like it might just be drifting or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Irvela.
It got me a 5.
A 5.
A nice juicy 5.
Yep. Definitely checks out. Definitely human.
What are these human alchemists up to? What strange alchemy could they be doing with their human hands? Their 10 digits and non-tentacly appendages. What could these dastardly bipedal mammals be doing?
To that inner monologue, Patrick is like, I don't know, like, what you're talking about, but if that's the line of reasoning that you're following, I feel like something might be a little bit suspicious, especially with the, like, impending doom. Patrick is very cheerful.
Patrick has the unfortunate luck of being stuck with me for the time being.
Mm.
I love Patrick.
Thank you. Patrick is based off of my friend Patrick.
That makes me love them even better.
Yeah, Patrick's great. So yeah, the alchemist is just like walking away now and kind of like gets to the potion bottle and looks at you one more time and like ducks behind it with the rest of the alchemists. After a moment, they'll stick their head out and be like, you need to leave so we can do our alchemy.
You are not human.
What? No, yeah, totally am. They roll a 3 on their deception check.
Could I also roll an insight check? But can I make
Just
mine
enough for me.
slightly different?
Yeah.
I don't care if they're human or not. Were they trying to avoid the question of tax?
Roll for insight.
Oh, that's only an 8.
It's hard to tell. They seem like they were just trying to avoid everything right now.
Okay, could be included in their employer's salary. Got it.
I'm sure if you got out and talked to them, you might learn more answers. When doing audits, it's usually easier to have the conversation than listen in on another conversation.
True.
Not that I've been audited.
Because it's a ship, this door is very narrow and small, or does it look like maybe we could try to like slip in while like before Crow leaves without being noticed, or does that look like risky?
Yeah, I totally imagined you at all with your stealth checks being so good. I thought you were already in the room, just kind of like
I wasn't totally
around.
sure if we were still outside waiting to get in, if we had made our way in.
You are inside.
Okay. I want to
You
try
see all of this.
sneak around then and like peek into any like things I find, like containers or bottles, see if like
Ooh.
if I can figure out what they're doing.
Give me either perception or investigation, please.
Oh, I am way more perceptive than you know. I don't think it's gonna matter though, because that was a 3 on the die, so that's a 10.
You kind of like go around the side and you peek around and you see that there are like 3 alchemists just kind of like crouched down behind the potion bottle, seemingly like waiting. But you notice that like 2 of them, whatever glamour or whatever they're using to disguise themselves, 2 of them have very like pointed, almost gill-like ears. Like it kind of fans out in that like fish way, and has kind of a green skin tone.
Okay. Do I like recognize what they might be? Since now I'm like, I don't think those are humans. I don't think they meant what they said before.
You're not sure at this point, but they definitely don't seem human, unlike any human you've ever met before. If they are.
I think they lied to us.
You all get the sense that there are lies abounding here.
I wanna try and look around for a sign of maybe like any other Modrons that might be like hiding or stuck in here, because we only saw the 2, right? And I'm a little curious. I liked that Modron friend I was painting, so I want to make sure everyone's okay here.
All right, give me another perception check.
Okay, that one's even worse. 8.
You muted. Okay, an 8. Yeah, you don't really notice anything else. It's kind of a tense situation. The green light is kind of throwing off your vision. Never really dealt with it before. But outside of the boat, you start to hear. All of you can hear this. It's like a loud, like churning sound, like something is grinding, or like lots of movement coming closer. The alchemist also seems to hear this, and looking at Crow, they're like, "Okay, so you need to go, cause gotta potion those bottles. So if you could just get out of here."
Okay.
I'm gonna try and stealth to go behind the human alchemist who's been talking, who is most definitely a human alchemist and nothing else. I'm going to get behind him, and I'm going to just kind of press the point of a knife to his back, and I'm going to say, "I need to turn this boat around right now."
Ah.
I'm gonna roll intimidation.
Yeah.
13.
Roll it with advantage because you got the drop on him.
13.
Yeah! It was meant to be. Luckily, he is immediately just like frozen as he feels the knife point in his back, and he says, I mean, that's probably gonna be a problem because, well, I didn't want to be the one to tell you, but... And they kind of point over to one of the porthole windows lining the walls.
What do I see when I look out of it?
You kind of have to get closer to look out of it just because they're a little high up. So do you want to release the knife point and move towards the window?
Looking at the tall window, I look back over to him. It's too tall. What should I be seeing?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm just a normal human alchemist, but if I had to guess, probably some kind of fuchsia pink alternate dimension. But it was like totally not my fault. I am just a human alchemist that is doing my job that I get paid for and pay taxes on.
You're not
Yes,
a
yes, I get it.
human.
You're a human alchemist who pays taxes. I get
would-
that. I understand that.
Like to step out of the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
So we've traveled between planes without going through customs. With highly magical devices.
Everything's fine. Just go above deck and everything will be fine. Please leave this room.
What
Why
is
don't you
in
come
this
with us?
room?
So, I didn't hear either of you.
Crow first.
What is in this room?
All of
Why
our
do you not
magic
leave?
work. Because who's going to potion the bottles and man the tubes and
I can do that.
Oh, no, that's my job.
I have 2 hands. I don't need to be human.
Irvela, what was it that you were gonna say?
What I was going to say was, why don't you join us above deck?
Nope. And they will just kind of like slide their eyes over to their friends. And Irvela, you do see the alchemist crouching there, and you notice one of them in the back start to stand up. And as they stand up, it's almost like their skin is falling off, and the lab coat kind of like sheaths off as well as they reveal this green, scaly skin tone, big mouth with very sharp pointed teeth. And it says, I'm sick of being a human alchemist. Let's just kill him and be done with it.
I'm going to scream, watch out! Your friend isn't a human alchemist!
Take an inspiration, Urvela. That was great.
Thank you very much.
But guess they weren't human alchemists, but it seems like now's a good time to take a break.
Ah! Yes, well, we are going to take a 5-minute break, everyone. We will be right back after we've stretched our legs and grabbed drinks and bios and all of that good stuff. We will leave you with an advert from the Deck of Many about their latest Kickstarter. So do feel free to check you out. We'll see that in 5 minutes. Bye.
Bye.
Oh no, Jimmy! Heckna's after us! What are we gonna do? Sword beats face! Ha! Looks like you really lost your edge, huh? Huh? God, I'm funny. So, I guess weapons don't... Weapons don't work! Hey, why aren't you laughing? Oh, I know! Let me hit you with the punchline! Wait! My animated spell cards! They can save us! Well, jeepers, Jane. Blast him! Avada Kedavra! Right in the funny bone. Bleh. I really don't like that guy. We did it! Yeah!
Defeat your greatest foes with the most powerful spells. Animated spells are back, with level 6 to 9. Each spell card features 8 frames of looping animation that makes the spell come to life, and contains all the spell details on the back. And for the first time, you can divine with a fully animated tarot card deck. Will you read Fortune or Folly?
Jane! Heckna's reforming! Not on my watch! Meteor swarm!
Go to animatedspells.com and back the Kickstarter today.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a fantastic break. We certainly did. Yeah, let's hand straight back over to the human, not human, Lily.
I am a human. TM, capital H. But these are not. The foe advances, and you see it's some kind of aqua fish man, very pointy teeth, very intimidating looking as they tower up at about 6.5 feet tall. There's 3 others that now kind of shed all of their human disguises that were actually kind of terrible because they didn't have any of the charisma to go with it. And we're gonna roll for initiative.
I'm definitely just picturing these people in like trench coats and fedoras. Like, yes, I am a human.
Yes, except lab coats and glasses.
Yes. Like goggles, safety goggles.
Exactly.
I don't know why, but my brain shut off for a moment there. I was typing in /roll 1d20 + 9 in the Zoom chat.
It's an 18 initiative for Heart of Gold.
All right.
18 initiative.
Perfect.
Wins.
Ah. See, Roll20 is picking... Do you know what? I'm going to try refreshing Roll20. I'm just going to try it. The music's going to stop for a second.
How dare.
What was your roll, Pro?
13.
Okay. Perfect. I just put Irvela before Goldie because Irvela's right in the thick of things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Thank you.
His favorite, I'm sure. Favorite place to be.
Love it.
Try it one more time. Nah, it's not going to work.
Nah.
18.
Oh well, 18 as well. I'm gonna assume Goldie has the higher dex, so I'm plugging in the initiative into chat. So first up is going to be the big tough guy and the one that you were speaking to. So for the sake of streaming and all of this, I basically always say you're in range. You can move up and whatever you, unless there's like way ahead, just move up, move away, or snipe it from afar. And then we're good. And so these two are going to go for attack. The one that Irvela had at knife point is going to swing around and just bare its teeth and try and go in with some attacks. That is going to be a 17 and a 12 to hit.
17 hits, 12 misses.
All right, cool. So with the 17, he turns around, and as he's turning around, you see the face shift and that skin just slough off to reveal this really creepy aqua fish kind of person. And they now are much more intimidating than when they were a human. And they go in and they bite on your shoulder, but their jaws seem to open up really wide. They bite in your shoulder, almost tearing out a chunk of it. And then they go in and try and get it on the other side, but you manage to dodge. And they do... that's going to be 10 points of damage, piercing, as it takes a chunk out of you. The other one hasn't noticed Goldie, so is probably going to move up and also attempt to attack Irvela, who is threatening their friend. That is going to be a 24 and a dirty 20.
Not a fan of this.
Irvela continues to scream inside as we do 13 points of damage.
Hey.
And next up, that is going to be Irvela.
Okay. Then I am going to... Let me see the wording of my feature here, just to make sure it works how I would like it to work. Okay. Have to time this right. I'm going to... so they're both right next to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to step so only one of them is next to me.
Okay.
So that it's only just me and him who are adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to attack with my rapier.
All right.
$18 hit.
18 hits.
Okay, and then I'm going to follow that up with, let's see here. I'm so unused to using Roll20 for class features. I really am. I know everybody uses it, but I'm so unused to it.
I never have.
Well, aren't you fancy? Going to use my bonus action to attack with my short sword. 13 to hit.
13 will not hit. As you kind of go in with the short sword, and it almost seems to like reflect off of whatever scales they have going on.
Gotcha. All right, and then because I attacked that one and we're the only ones next to each other, that's going to activate sneak attack, thanks to Swashbuckler. So I'm going to roll my damage. Let's see here. So total of 25 damage.
25 damage. You take out like a third of this thing's hit points. What do you want it to look like?
I just want to cut off some of the face tentacles.
Okay, cool. So you just swipe across with that rapier, and it kind of tries to lean away and dodge the attack, but you just slice right across its face tentacles, and you see like a couple of them fall to the floor, and they just kind of bleed their like kind of awkward half fingers, and it goes, "Arrgh! My face tentacles."
This wouldn't be a word if you were a human alchemist like I trusted you to be. And using fancy footwork, since I hit it, it can't use a reaction on me. I'm going to move to the other end of the room. I don't like it right here.
Sounds good. So you move away. Goldie, you are up.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll see my new friend here retreat, and that person, that's totally not a human. Looks like they took quite a beating, so I'll move in to try to help cover my new friend's retreat. And I'm just gonna go ahead and punch the illithid in the face with a fist.
Okay. It is not an illithid, just to confirm.
Whatever. Whatever it is. It was called an illithid, that's what Goldie's going with. That is a 27 to hit.
Yep, definitely does.
And that's going to be 10 magical bludgeoning if it matters, because I'm a monk, yo. And I don't know what's going on with these things, really, so I'm just gonna... I'll burn a key to take the dodge. As my bonus action, so any attacks I can see will be at disadvantage until my next turn. And I'll just turn to everyone and be like, I don't think they're humans, guys!
You slink up really fast, and with the momentum of that movement, you bring your fist forward, crashing into this now very bloody, tentacle-y mouth, and it kind of knocks him askew, and he just... Oh, my tentacle mouth again!
I actually forget, at level 9 I get 2 attacks. I forget monks get the extra attack. It's been a little while. Oh, and that's like a same thing. That's a 27? 27.
Will hit.
For another 5 magical bludgeoning.
Beautiful. Yep. It is clutching at its bleeding face tentacles. Now kind of looks a little bit caved in around the jawline and just very unhappy.
Well, definitely not human.
Antonio, you are up.
Yeah, so it looks like the time for negotiations may be over, but that's, you know, it's always worth an attempt. Which one, so there's the one close, right, that we've been stabbing the heck out of, and the other one hasn't been harmed yet?
Yeah, that is correct.
I'm going to walk around the room towards the one that hasn't been harmed yet. And I'm just going to not make contact, but say, hang on a minute, you may not want to engage in this. At the moment, you may have a good-looking lawsuit here for, being mistreated in the workplace, amongst other things, including tax evasion. As an employee, this isn't actually your fault. So maybe we should stop fighting. I'd like to try and make a persuasion or intimidation check.
Is that intimidating? I think it's more persuasive.
They're exactly the same modifier, so...
Right.
Being audited is pretty intimidating, I don't know.
That is true.
27.
Beautiful.
I do freelance. This is terrifying for me.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of nervous anxiety here around taxes, but yeah, the one that you approach kind of just looks at you like, what? But the other one with the bleeding face tentacles is just like, wait, you mean you don't know who our boss is, man? That is different than what you think.
Not even the worst of them will mess with the MRS, trust me.
Give me a perception check, please, Antonio.
Sure thing. I'm sort of paraphrasing an old Batman skit there as well, where the Joker, one of the Joker's talking to one of his thugs, and he's saying, $3 million, boss, that's a lot of money to pay in taxes. And he's like, I'll take on Batman, but the IRS? Do I look crazy? 14 for my
Batman with the
perception.
IRS. He's a billionaire. 14 for perception. As he says, you're not like, you don't know who my boss is, man. Antonio, you kind of like become more perceptive for a moment, and it's almost like your senses span outside of the boat, and you get a feeling of something really big watching you. And that's all. But they seem a little thrown off. I'll give you an inspiration for that, Antonio. Well done. Crow.
This is stressful.
Yeah.
Perhaps it is time to sleep instead.
Mhm.
Going to use catnap.
All right.
How many of them are there? 2?
There's
Just 2.
4. So there's the
There's
2
4.
that had approached, but there's 2 that are still hiding behind the potion bottle.
Okay. Going to cast at 4th level, so 2 of them will fall asleep. They can. Oh, do they make a?
It says in the spell description that they have to be willing creatures.
Oh.
So what
no.
I'm going to do is I'm just going to give me a persuasion check for your catnap invocation.
Okay.
And then tell me what you would like to say to convince them to go to sleep. Wow.
So that's a 14.
Okay.
It's time to sleep, my little friends. You are human, for now.
The 2 behind the potion bottles are just like, oh, we were human inside all along. And then they fall asleep. But the 2 that are up with you, the bleeding face one is just like, no sleep. And kind of like bats away the spell. And the other one who hasn't said anything or taken any damage is just like, I'm boring. I'm not going to sleep. So you get 2 of them. I'll allow it. All right. Crow has put 2 of the enemies to sleep. That takes them out of initiative. So we are back up to now the 2 at the top. Everyone make me a perception check, please.
Natural 20 for a 34.
Oh, beautiful.
Jeez.
11.
Wow. Okay.
24 for Heart of Gold.
Oh, okay.
We did say perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
18.
Okay. Antonio, you can hear from somewhere in the bowels of the ship, you hear Landon's voice being like, oh God, oh no, oh God, the cargo, oh no, it's all going overboard. And Crow, you hear that, and you also hear what sounds like, you know the sound of like the way the water makes when you have a speedboat going through it, like very fast. Like you hear that really fast movement and approaching of water. And at the tail end of what his screaming, Landon goes, "What is that?" And then these 2 move into attack. So the one with the bleeding face is attacking your Vela, and that is going to be a 13 and a 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Cool. So that will be 8 damage. And the other one is just gonna look at Antonio. And
Antonio
what?
looks unarmed,
Mm-hmm.
wearing a
I
suit.
just realized. Oh, that's fine. He looks at Antonio and he's like, and he like kind of slowly leans over, like he's trying to bite you, and then he's like, so you're an accountant.
Yes.
Do you have any information for if I don't make any money, there is no contract, and I was forced to lure people into a trap so that they could be eaten. Does that seem like something I need to pay taxes on?
I would totally use my reaction to explain to him that not only is that something that is highly tax evasive, which is a partial thing we can use against your employer in this instance, you're also being extremely mistreated and performing actions under duress, which are in violation of most people's, humanoid rights. So I think we've definitely got something we can work on here.
I'm a humanoid. I'm not a human. I'm sorry I lied to you, but I'm a humanoid.
I do taxes for anyone with money. Or potential for
Excellent.
gaining money.
He kind of like stands back a little bit. He seems kind of, maybe I attack, maybe I don't.
Okay, I can decide it for him right now. There is a no win, no fee basis. If you don't, if we have a successful claim, then I will take a fair cut of your winnings. But in the case that there is no win, then you will not be charged.
They give you a really blank look, like someone who has no idea what you just said, and they say, aha, yes, of course, and they stroke their chin a little bit. But then I need all of you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please. As the
Nat
boat...
20.
Beautiful.
9.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
also 9.
13.
Mhm.
13.
Perfect. It's 12 to save. That's going to be 4 damage for everyone who doesn't. As you are thrown again, the people you were talking to are also thrown against the wall as the boat just seems to tilt in one direction. And now all of you hear Landon screaming, "Oh God! Oh God! Oh, okay. Okay, sure." And that's it. And Irvela, you're up. You're all prone also, by the way. Oh wait, no, sorry. Only the people who didn't save are prone.
Revela's looking at his injury, looking at the injuries on the illithid. Are we cool?
No, you cut my face off, man.
You bit my shoulder.
Fine, fine. And they close their mouth. No more biting.
I'm gonna go find out what's going on upstairs.
Oh, that's the big boss. I told you. He's not good.
Is he killable?
Kind of. It's hard. Listen. Because your friend here is going to help us out and maybe get out of a bad situation, I just, we cool, right? We cool, right?
We're cool.
We're cool, right?
We're cool.
Yeah, so basically, we got hired, aka enslaved, and we lure people into alternate dimensions so that our boss can come and chomp, so no hard feelings. We cool though, right? We cool.
Can you help me kill your boss?
No, unfortunately part of the enslavement is we can't uprise. Hands are tied, sorry.
Honestly,
Do you have any alchemy in here that I can use?
I don't know how any of this works. Boss controls it all. That's why, I know it was really hard to believe because I was doing such a good job pretending to be an alchemist, but
You really were.
I didn't do anything.
On the inside, Patrick in here.
On the inside, Patrick is this is so not cool. They straight up betrayed you. I don't think this is cool.
I am heading upstairs.
Okay. Everyone else?
Yeah, are we still in initiative then, or? Okay.
Y'all can drop off. The two seem eager to have an escape from their servitude.
Alright. I'll like put my fists down and be like, okay, no hard feelings there, and follow upstairs with my 45 speed.
Cool.
Pick myself up off the floor and prestidigitate off the dirt off my suit. Just give it that clean pressed look again. Honestly, there are so many violations here, we probably won't have to kill the boss. We can just report our findings to the MRS.
Crow is going to pat the sleeping not humans and say, "Sleep well, friends. Sleep well. One day maybe you will be human if you really want to be."
You were human inside, was what they last thought. So yeah, maybe. As you as you exit the room, you are immediately struck with the sight of, on all of the walls and the floor, there's just these thick, what appear to be veins of like fuchsia glowing, almost kind of like throbbing veins throughout the boat. There doesn't seem to be a ton of damage, but it's almost like these are like tentacles that are starting to encase everything. And you can hear Landon upstairs, up deck, whatever, having a conversation of some sort with someone. And they don't seem to be in distress anymore.
Are we able to hear anything from the other side of the conversation, or do we only hear Landon speaking?
You only hear Landon speaking.
Oh, well, this doesn't look right, and I like poke one of the tentacles with a claw, just like, does it do anything?
Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm good at touching things, apparently. Oh, that's a 19?
A 19? As you touch it, your fingers actually go into it, or your paws, I guess, go into it a little bit. And you feel something start to like absorb your paw, and it feels very warm and friendly and nice, but then you just withdraw your hand and you don't get sucked in.
Oh, that was neat. I don't recommend touching the tentacles, though.
Can Landon hear me? Could Landon hear me?
No, sure, you can hear them, so.
I call it, "Hey, Landon! Landon!"
Oh, yes?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, just a really good friend of mine. You should all come upstairs and meet them.
Sure, can you come here for a second? And I am going to use Panache. It has to use an insight check versus my persuasion check. If it fails, it's charmed by me for 1 minute.
Interesting.
And I'm going to use my inspiration for this.
Damn, okay.
$25.
I rolled a nat 1.
Someone gif Paladin dabbing for personal reasons, please.
Yeah, we need that.
Don't, please, I beg
Flip
you.
it.
So I'm just trying to get Landon to come over here.
Landon's like, you kind of hear the sounds of like a conversation almost being wrapped up as Landon goes downstairs. Hello!
Hey, who are you talking to?
Oh, good friend of mine. I know we kind of went a little bit off course from the cruise, but totally, it's great. I'm much happier where we are now.
What were you
Also,
talking about?
I love you.
Yes. Sure. What was the end result of your talk?
Oh, they said that I should bring you all upstairs to introduce you.
Right. Could you follow me to meet some of my new friends? I want to meet you. Could you follow me to meet some of my new friends? I think you should meet them.
You have friends now too. Mine's more important though. Mine's really big.
But I'm your friend and it matters a lot to me, and I've been your friend longer.
Yeah, you're right. I love you. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna guide Landon over to the alchemist room. Gonna open the door and bring him into the alchemist room.
Okay.
If anybody's following me, I'm gonna wait until they all are in the room, and then I'm going to shut the door. Landon, so these are my friends. They aren't alchemists, they're mind flayers.
Ah, I see that.
and they were here to lead us all into a trap to get eaten.
Oh, yes, I heard about that. It was unfortunate. I apologize. There's no refunds on this cruise. You didn't pay for it, but there's no refunds.
Right, which means that are you leading us to go get eaten, Landon?
Oh, that was certainly not my intent. I was trying to make money and to kind of scam you all into a luxury cruise that was mostly just a ride on my merchant ship. But this plan of getting eaten sounds way better to me. So we should all go upstairs.
Landon, that's how you die, Landon.
Oh, but death is a great adventure. Irvela, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Getting existential in this one shot. What is time?
Yeah.
Death is an adventure.
You said wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that much. I had one advantage given to me by Critical Bar. Could I use that?
Yes, absolutely.
14. I got one higher.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Amazing. You feel something start to tickle at the back of your brain, and you kind of try to focus on it for a second, and then you just hear Patrick's voice in your head like, no. No.
Oh, that's right. That's what Patrick is. I forgot.
Yeah. You need to pay attention. You almost got, like, brainwashed.
Thank you, Patrick.
Antonio, make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
With pleasure. That will be a grand total of 15.
15. You hear a voice in your head that's just like, Antonio, haven't you always wanted to make so much money? Just piles of it everywhere, forever. You can count every piece.
Yes.
Yeah, just come upstairs. I'll show you.
I think I've got plenty enough to make a fair bit of money on this venture already.
Not if you never make it back to the material plane.
That is true. Can I talk to this voice for a full minute?
You can try.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are plenty of ways back to the material plane. I mean, because I'm not here physically, perhaps I could go mentally. Maybe I could set up a communication device. Get in touch with the MRS that way.
Give me a performance check to see how engaging this is.
Oh, not one. It did a proper spin on the end as well for a long time.
Do you want to use the inspiration I granted you?
I would love to. I completely forgot about that.
The best part of inspiration. Everyone forgets to give it and everyone forgets to use it.
14.
Beautiful. It kind of seems to listen to you for like 20, 30 seconds. You're feeling pretty good about keeping it on the line, and then it's like, ooh, sorry, you gotta go, bye.
Hang on a second. I thought you wanted me to come upstairs. You've given me an invitation to treat. Let's hammer this thing out into an invoice.
Oh, it's okay. I figured out a way to do it instead. And whoa, there's a huge crash as just like the boat breaks in half. And so I'm picturing you on like a half of a boat kind of floating there, and you're on this little level, and standing right in front of it is one of these. Picture this, but with like a tentacle face, and Crow, you recognize this as the tentacle face, but this thing is like huge. Like this thing is like this big, and it's just like all up in your face. It's like, oh, hi, now we can talk directly.
Yes, good. We can continue our conversation. Give me a second, everyone. Now, not returning us to the material plane would be a mistake on your behalf, you do realize.
While you're talking at it, Goldie, give me a wisdom saving throw.
You let me know as soon as it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm. And sorry, Goldie, did you get that wisdom saving throw?
Sorry, I missed that.
That's okay.
That is a. That's only a 15.
15? That's still good. Yeah, you hear a voice in your head that's like, we could paint. We could paint forever. I have all kinds of colors. I have colors you've never even seen before.
Oh, well, I mean, that sounds pretty nice.
I have a whole castle you could paint.
Oh, do you get a lot of natural light here in this plane, though? I mean...
Oh yeah, I can change the color to whatever light you want.
Oh, I mean, that sounds pretty, interesting.
Oh yeah, Goldie, don't forget, I'm right here. Antonio, it's been about a minute.
You see, all of my this notebook is actually a magical notebook, and all of my notes get transported directly to my log file, which will get sent to the MRS ultimately anyway. And I would like to use words of terror.
Oh
Once
wow!
per
Okay.
short rest, you can speak to a humanoid. Oh, humanoid.
Not a humanoid.
Dang.
Oh, that's so interesting, Antonio. I love hearing about all the work you do. You should stay with me and tell me forever.
This isn't. I'm gonna turn. Assuming I've saved, I'm gonna turn the motor. This isn't working. We're gonna have to find our way out of here.
No, you should stay. You should just stay with me. And with that, you see, like, from the back of their very ball-like body, a long tail emerge that just kind of whips around and smashes the side of the ship, almost in irritation. The boards and all the wood just like splinters beside you, and it's like, no, I really need friends, so you should just stay in my mouth. And it's going to try and bite you, Antonio.
Stay in my mouth.
Yep. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yep.
And then it's going to be 14 damage as this giant tentacle mouth just leans in, jump, tries to grab at you, and kind of just ends up taking a piece of the floor, but also like a good chunk out of your leg as you just barely duck back.
How much damage again?
14.
Ooh.
Everything's fine. I'll make it better. Just stay with me. Why don't we go ahead and roll initiative here, folks?
Ouch. 12.
26.
26.
20.
13.
Here, 26. 13 for Goldie.
Yeah.
Was it 13 for Crow as well?
It was 20.
Oh, that is much higher. And Antonio?
12.
Great. What am I gonna name him? Al. It's gonna be 15. All right, there's the initiative. Irvela, you are up. You are with Landon in the alchemist room. You kind of hear the conversation going on, but you definitely notice that giant tail whip into the side of the boat.
Am I within 5 feet of the big thing or no?
No, you took Landon back into the alchemist room, so you're about, I'd say, 40, 50 feet away.
I'm looking at Landon. Well, how do I steer the boat? How do I drop the boat?
I have no idea. The boat kind of tends to steer itself. That may be a reason why we ended up in an alternate dimension. Anyways, this is a better place for us to be now. We should just all accept our fates.
Landon, I'm trying real hard right now to be patient with you. Do the Modrons know?
I don't think so. They don't seem to know much.
So no one knows how to drop the boat.
No.
Okay, cool.
I bet my new friend knows. We should ask him.
No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. Landon, I want to be a friend right now, but you're making it real hard to be friend-like.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try to be nicer.
Can you just sit down in that corner over there, please? Just
Yeah.
sit down in the corner. Just sit on the corner and turn towards the corner and scream.
Ah!
Don't stop screaming, because if you stop screaming, I have to question if you're really my friends.
Oh, okay. I'll try. It's gonna hurt my throat. And Landon will sit down and scream.
Turning to the Illithids, and you don't know how to make the boat go either. You're just here.
Well, you see, we usually just get people to this point, and then our boss eats them, and then we don't have to worry about bringing the boats back, because then we just get teleported out of here. So if you make a deal with the boss, I bet they could teleport you out of here. But they also want to eat you, so it seems kind of difficult.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
No, thank you.
I feel like the injured Illithid now has like little band-aids that it's like taping around its little tentacle stumps.
I'm gonna rush back upstairs, and as I'm rushing up there, I'm just screaming full blast because no one's around me.
Mm-hmm. You go upstairs, and you realize that half the boat is missing now, and you are just staring into the space. Hi.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna walk up to it.
Okay. I think that probably would be your turn with the movement and dialogue.
Darn.
That was a lot of movement and dialogue. But you can approach. You can approach if you like.
Oh, I can dash as a bonus action. Could I still get an attack? Okay, cool. I'm going to what's the name of the ability again? I'm going to use panache again.
Oh, okay.
I make a persuasion check against its insight.
Mm-hmm.
17?
I get a 21.
Doesn't work.
You look tasty. I like your brain.
I taste like dog vomit. Please don't bite me.
Crow, you're up.
I'm going to look at Goldie and say, would it help you to be closer?
Oh, I mean, it can always be pretty useful, yeah.
I'm going to take Goldie's hand and dimension door us to the back of the creature's head.
Oh, okay. So you're just up here.
Oh, that's handy.
Up there.
Yeah. And then just say, doom, 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 doom. I am unpalatable. Doom, 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 doom.
I'm unpalatable, but you could be my friend. You could stay and be my friend in my mouth.
Anyways, it's my turn. Yay! It is going to Al, as I have now named this thing. Actually, I just realized Goldie and Crow.
Make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, okay, I'd be happy there, too. Oh, never mind, I'm a lot less happy now. That's a 6.
15. As your feet touch down on this thing, it's very fuzzy, as you can see. And Crow, you kind of get this nice feeling of fuzz under your feet. To Goldie, though, it feels like really sticky, thick mucus. And Goldie, you are immediately struck with the feeling of not being able to breathe.
I don't know if this would help, but I have a necklace of adaptation that lets me breathe in any environment. I'm also supposed to get advantage on checks for, poisons and stuff?
Yeah, I do as well.
Did we take the same item? Oh my god, are we like matching right now? Because I'm
a Warforged, but like, yeah. We could be matching.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
Matching
it.
decoder rings.
So, tell me what you get the feeling of not being able to breathe for a second, Goldie, and then tell me what it looks like when your necklace activates and you're given your breath back.
My necklace, I'll say, was a gift from the head of my monastery. So there is just this sort of like radiant glow effect, and like a sort of golden scale shimmer effect goes over me, and then it's gone, and I can breathe again. And I'm like, oh, that was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. Sorry about that, but I'm just gonna kill your friends that I can see, and I hope they taste good.
And so that is going to be, attack on your Vela. That's going to be a 17 and an 18 to hit. Your Vela?
Sorry, repeat that for me.
17 and 18 to hit.
17, 18 hits.
So
He's like, I don't like you. You tried to take my other friend.
and this face will just come in and chomp around the area that you are standing in, doing 21 points of damage as it takes a chunk of the boat away again, and just says,
I hate eating wood. I just want to eat your little face.
and that's that, and Goldie, you're up.
Okay, so we are on the back of its head, and I have to say I'm not quite a fan of the way this here owl is treating us, so I'm gonna just start wailing on it again. I'm just gonna take my fists and try to bonk it in the back of the head for both of my attacks. The first one is gonna be just a 14 to hit.
A 14 will not hit.
Oh, but the second one is a 22 to hit.
A 22 will hit.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make that a stunning strike, so I would like a constitution saving throw from Al, please. 15 DC.
23.
Ah, butts! That is still going to be 10 magical bludgeoning, and I'll flurry of blows for 2 bonus action attacks. That's 17 to hit for the first one. That'll hit?
Yeah.
Sweet. That is just 5 magical bludgeoning, and ooh, I got the key points. Yeah, I'll try another stunning strike because I can.
Alright. Use those keys.
Yeah, right, might as well.
One shots!
Pretty much. So that was a 15 con save.
Oh, for me, yeah.
Yeah, for you.
I gold a nat 20 plus 6.
Ah! Hate Al the worst. Alright, but then my last unarmed attack is a...
Goldie, stop it. I'm so cute.
Oh yeah, I know you are, but you're trying to eat my friends. That's 16 to hit.
Eat.
16 will not hit.
Oh, okay, so that will be my turn. I'm gonna stay where I am, but just kind of dig my claws into the mucus to get a better grip.
And I am going to use a legendary action to say, Goldie, look at all these paints. And Goldie, you kind of blink and you see arrayed before you just piles of colors of paints and brushes and all kinds of really expensive canvas just, you know, on its forehead right here or something. And it's like,
Goldie, these could all be yours. We could be friends and paint and sit in the sun.
And I need another wisdom saving throw from you, Goldie.
Oh no.
Please.
Okay. That's a 15?
15? You
Yeah.
fight it off again.
Oh, that makes me sad, Goldie. I might have to eat you too, but I don't want to.
And Antonio.
Antonio is quietly panicking.
Welcome to my world.
You might see where their leg got chomped. Fur appears, but they're quickly. I mean, they. Yeah, no, I can't really use an action to cast mending on my turn, although I want to. I'm gonna step back and away from the creature. That's an interesting point that you raise about everyone needing to eat. You see, I'm sure there must be some sort of official provision from Hey-ya! And I'm gonna punch it.
Excellent.
I am not the most punchy.
As in, you're gonna be an unarmed strike kind of punchy, which is just 2 strength modifier kind of punchy?
Yeah, unarmed strike. Oh no! Actually, As I strike, the illusion's broken. I'm gonna stretch my claws through my human disguise kit and scratch at it with my with my claws.
Irvela was mad at me for pretending to be a human, but wait till you see Lord.
No one's a human on this ship. What the hell?
Where are the humans? Where?
That will do 3 points of damage.
Mhm.
I would like to add my bardic inspiration ability, Psychic Blades, to add an additional 3d6.
Mhm.
And then there's people within 5 feet of it, so sneak attack as well, right?
Yep. I mean, if you have rogue.
I might have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So that'll be a 24-point strike.
24 points. As you bop it right across the nose with your long claw. What does it look like when the disguise drops?
I imagine it sort of like begins to like break and stuff, and like as like just free action, Antonio will rip away some of the stuff. Might this surprise the creature? If I was to pull back my face and reveal the face of Antonio de la Grande, Sebastian de la Grande, a tabaxi, complete like cheetah, like speckled.
Oh, hey there!
Roll me a percentile dice.
I will roll you a percentile dice. I'm gunning for the surprise right now.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Wow, did you just roll 100?
I just rolled 100.
Yeah, it happens. You do it. Oh, I'm so surprised.
Assassin! It's surprised! Crit hit!
Crit it. Go. Do you want to? I will either let you re-roll your damage with the double dice, or you could just double it. You did 24.
I'll roll some more damage in here.
All right.
Now. Yeah.
You assassinate Boop It on the nose.
I should have doubled. That's an extra 17.
An extra 17? All right. Yeah, you see his eyes go like really big as you are a tabaxi now, and it's like, ooh, that's so interesting. And then you just viciously swipe it across its nose, and like your claws are small. You are small. This thing is huge. But when you swipe it, you like practically take its nose off with that rip, and it just goes, oh, I'm gonna eat you now. Irvela, you're up.
I don't know if you'll hear this, but this is what is going on with Rovela.
I do hear
This is
that.
what is going on in his mind and what he's screaming.
Oh my god, are you a construct? Does
No,
everyone
he's just
say
gone
all
past his
the
limits.
time? Oh, okay.
He's
Patrick
just
is like, I don't
He's blue
like
screening.
this.
he's blue screening IRL right now. He's just in a state of new panic.
No. Patrick hates it.
And he is going to question with how Antonio's positioned, with how Crow and Gold are positioned. Do I have flanking on this thing?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, like, it's got 2 threats on top of its head. It's got a threat boot facing it.
Cool. Gonna take with my rapier.
Yeah.
14.
Greg's coming with the
14.
sub saying, "Go get him, Hybria."
That's me! 14 will not hit.
Attacking with the rapier or with the short sword. 27.
Yeah, it'll hit.
Okay. Let's see here. So with sneak attack, thanks to being a swashbuckler, 26 damage.
26 damage. Ooh. How do you want it to look? It's not dead yet, but you did a lot of damage to it.
I just want to huck my short sword into its eye, honestly.
It like hits it in the eye, and then there's this like, it's not blood that spurts out. It's like almost like light splatter is what I'm gonna call it. Like these almost like reflections of light come pouring out of it, all fuchsia and purple and turquoise, and it's just like, I'm so angry at you, Irvela. And I am going to use one of my legendary actions, and Goldie, did you see what he did? I don't know why. It just really wants to be friends with Goldie, so Goldie, give me
Who
another
doesn't?
wisdom saving throw.
you know, I'm like real fun to be around and stuff. That's an 18 wisdom, though. I'm pretty wise there.
It's like, you know, Goldie, please, but I'll just eat you all.
Crow, you're up. And you are on top of his head. Boop.
I'm on top of the head. Going to. How's Avela looking? How alive is Avela looking? On a scale of 1 to hit point.
Hang on, Arela. Crow, give me a medicine check, please.
Okay.
Irvela, please message me your hit points.
Sure thing.
18.
18. Okay, that's good. Irvela looks. Irvela looks like he's taken some hits. He is bleeding from some places, but seems pretty sturdy. Isn't in immediate danger. Has been dodging a lot.
Okay. I'm still gonna. No, I'm gonna do a healing word instead, and sort of hold my hands out to Avela and just say, "Do not die. Do not die. It is not good for tax returns."
Is Crow gonna be Antonio's new assistant?
Oh my
I feel like that's
god.
the way it's going. That's the way it's going. And that will be 3rd level. So
This is so bright.
8 HP back.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm also going to inspire Goldie and say, "You can do this, Kate. Get us home. We need to be home now, please."
All right.
Did you call me Kate?
Is Kitty Kate.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Alright. Al. It's Al's turn. Al is just gonna, kind of just look at Antonio and Irvela standing on the deck before him.
And he's just like, listen, I just, I'm sorry I brought you here like this, and I hit you and I ate you, and I got a little chunk out of Antonio, and that was really yummy, but I'm still hungry.
Antonio, make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
That will be a total of 21.
Ooh, Antonio. Ooh, good at dodging these.
And it's gonna go in with some bites.
If I can't be your friend, I'm just gonna eat you.
Oh, that's a nat 20 and a dirty 20.
Oh no!
I mean, I'll straight up. My armor class is 11. I'm wearing a suit.
That is
So-
commitment.
A lot of things. That is going to be 4, 13, 20, 28, 32 points of damage as he's just like,
If you won't be my friend, then be in my mouth. Ah!
Okay.
you still up?
Like if we were, maybe I'm like 4% up.
Okay, cool. So I'll say that you're gonna be kind of hanging out of his mouth at this point as he's just has you sort of half dragged off of the broken deck of the ship, and it's just sort of slurping you up like a noodle. Yum! And that is gonna be Goldie.
Like, okay, that's just straight up not nice there, and I'll keep punching it because that's what I do. I'm a monk. I punch things. Let's see. My first attack there is gonna be 21 to hit.
Yep.
and that'll be 5 magical bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm.
The second attack is even higher, and that's gonna be a 10 magical bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna spend 2 key points for my bonus action because I am a Sun Soul Monk to cast Burning Hands at this here critter and just be like, okay, that's enough of that there.
I hate fire.
So that's gonna be a Dex saving throw, please.
Dex saving throw.
And let me get my dice.
So this is probably like a 700-pound giant flying thing, and it's not very dexterous, and it rolls a 4.
Nice. So it is gonna go ahead and take it's gonna be 15 fire damage, and you just see this gout of flame burst out of my clawed hands into like the back of its head, and I'm like, okay, that's enough of that there.
Gee.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Antonio.
I do not like this at all. So
You could have just been my friend.
I would very much like to. Oh, I took 2 weapon fighting, genius. I'd very much like to. No, it's not going to help though. I'm going to cast a spell. Actually, I'm going to cast a spell on it. I'm going to whisper. Actually, I'm not. I've dropped the axe out. I don't have to do that anymore. I'm going to whisper into its head and be like, "You may have seen through my disguise.
I ate it.
But you should still know terror when you deal with Sebastian Della Grande." And I cast
Cool.
Dissonant Whispers into its head.
Cool. Is that a save for me?
It is Wisdom save DC 17.
Ooh, that is a nat 1.
These take 21 points of psychic damage.
Wow. Okay. What did you say again?
You should still know fear when you deal with Sebastian Della Grande.
And you were kind of like dangling out of its mouth a little bit as you say this, and the whispers rip through its mind, and it just immediately lets go of you. So you're now probably like half off of the broken ship deck, and I will be like,
Oh, you know what? One of you is a robot and 2 of you are cats and none of you were the things that I wanted to eat. I really had a craving for, humans. And everything's ouchy. So I'm just gonna back up.
Does that
And-
provoke a reaction attack?
sure.
We still on its back?
Yeah, are we just
Yeah.
going for a ride?
Yeah, you're still on its back, so I don't know what you want to do about that.
Oh, hey there.
From my position, could I also bandwagon in on that reaction attack?
Yeah,
Miss.
absolutely. Crow
Close.
and Goldie, I'll also allow you to make reaction attacks or reaction
Yeah.
jumps or whatever you'd like to do.
Oh man, do I want to attack it or do I want to jump? I kind of want to
We
punch
can
it.
we can do both. We can attack and then dimension door.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see, Sebastian, what was that roll?
18.
18 will hit.
Then there will be 0 points of unarmed damage. But
Wow.
I'm going to put my I'm going to put my bardic inspiration and and sneak attack on there as well. So we still manage 20 points of damage, despite the punch the claw's not really doing anything.
You overkill it by 18 points. As what does it look like? What does it look? This thing's like backing up.
Does it have? I don't know. Maybe I could just. I don't know. Should we go a little bit Mortal Kombat on this? Is there like a brain? I don't know.
Finish him!
A tentacle or something that I can grab and just pull its brain out or something? I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you were half in its mouth, so as it retreats from you, you grab onto one of its face tentacles and bang your elbow on a closet door, and it's like the brain comes out of its mouth, but the brain is in like a cloud of sparkly pink and turquoise and purple as this whole thing just like explodes into a shower of glitter and color and light. Crow and Goldie, make me dex saving throws, please.
I mean, I have slow fall, so I don't know how much that will matter, but that's a 26.
Nice.
18.
You both make it back onto the ship, however dexterously you would like to describe that.
Oh, I like superhero 3-point lands.
Crow jumps like a ballerina, but then sort of elongates her legs to sort of pincer back to land.
Nice.
Oh my god, I love it.
Nice. You land. You're all now on this half-broken ship. Landon kind of like comes out of the alchemy room and is like, "Ah! Can't I stop screaming? Ah!
No!
Ah!" And he'll shut the door again.
I forgot about that.
Me too.
As you all stand there on the broken ship, you see like the point of something start to rise out of the water. And it's like you start to see the spire of a building, and it starts rising taller and taller until before you is a beautiful like Disney princess castle. It's all an image of gleaming ice and beautiful crystals. And you see standing there in the doorway on the front of the steps or something is someone who looks exactly like Landon, and also someone who looks exactly like, we're gonna go with Belle, Disney princess, brown hair, you know, human. And Belle, aka Shannon Roby, goes, "Oh my god, thank you so much for saving us. We were trapped here. This is my husband, Landon, and we've been trapped here for a really long time."
Oh. Well, glad to help, I guess.
This is amazing. I can't believe you killed that aboleth. Oh my goodness. Wasn't it scary?
Oh, I thought it was kind of cute.
Oh, the one we fought was really scary, but everything's okay now. Would you like to come inside? We have waffles and lots of robots.
Oh.
And you see a swarm of constructs come out, and they all have little like flags and pirates hats, and they go, "Mutiny, mutiny," and they go around in circles.
Can you teleport me back to where I was, back to the docks?
Oh, absolutely, positively. Just walk through this door here. And she'll step aside, and you see like this glittery pink portal open up.
Bonus action dash.
All right. Okay, bye. It was really nice to meet you.
No.
Is that where the waffles are? Just for the record, Goldie has had like big catnip cat eyes this entire time. So there's like all of this exploding glitter, and they're just like,
She replies and says, "Oh, well, there might be waffles through there, but we actually have a full resort and waffle house inside here if you would like to join us."
I do love some waffles.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I just go off looking for waffles.
Antonio, or Sebastian, and Crow. Landon is still in the alchemist room screaming, and probably would scream more if they saw their alternate dimension self here.
I must ask before I make my way into your resort. Which constabulary, which jurisdiction does this area fall under?
This is a pocket dimension from what I understand, so
Perfect.
kind of nowhere.
Let's
Yeah.
relax.
Beautiful. So yeah, Crow.
Crow is going to approach all of the constructs mutinying and say, "Yes, I can help you. I can help you gain your freedom, and perhaps we will build together a new world of construct rights."
Mutiny! One of the claws will like
Mutiny.
scramble up your back and put a pirate hat on top of you. "We are all free now from the bourgeoisie!"
Freedom!
And you step into the castle for your life of waffles and freedom. Real quick, Irvela, you're just back in the coast town. You went through a lot. What you doing?
Breathing real heavy. Just trying to get it all under control right now.
Perfect. And that's where we'll just close the scene on Irvela, just back in a normal town. All of his friends are in a magical dimension, and he is just breathing. Oh, I forgot though, you still have one friend left with you. As you're breathing real heavy, you just hear this voice pop into your head. "So
So that was fun, right?
I need 10 minutes of quiet right now. I'm going through a lot.
Oh no, you don't get 10 minutes of quiet with me. This is your life now. Enjoy! And that's where we will shut the curtain.
That's the cheeriest threat I've ever heard.
That sums
Yep.
up the whole episode, to be honest.
This is your life now.
Yep.
Oh my
Luxury
goodness.
cruise guaranteed, everyone.
Yay!
Lily, so good. So good.
Thank you, Lily.
Thank you.
So, we're going to go around.
Yes.
We're going to say goodbye to everyone. We're going to talk about our sponsors, roll some credits if you like the sound of any of the music that you've heard today, all of the attribution licensing all of the licensing attribution information and links are going to be in the credits, and then we'll be getting ready for an interview with Gabe James Games up next. So, let's start by going around and saying hello to everyone. We'll go the opposite around and start with Paladin at HTTP Paladin.
Hi there. Had a real fun time screaming internally and externally, both in game and out. My name is HD Paladin. You can find me online under HD Paladin under Twitter. I'm the co-director for the Islands of Sina Una, now being published by Hit Point Press.
Getting that link. Next around we have Chantel.
Hey. Thank you so much for taking me on this luxury cruise. It's been amazing. I'm Chantel B. You can find me at Chantel B on Twitter. You can find me at Do Respite at a number of hours at 11 p.m. Eastern for some, I don't know, I guess I'd call it a Super's origin story for Somerset City. You can find me at wordswithcolor.com, where I tend to write blogs about all of the campaign characters that I run, including Chicanery Cleanup Crew, which is fun. This has been great. Thank you.
So much fun. So much fun. Next around, we have the wonderful, the Sam Wisest. Sam!
Everyone, I am Sam. You can find me on Twitter at TheSamWisest. I'm SamWise_GameG. Right here, I'm a disability advocate and a TTRPG streamer. I speak good. You can most of the time find me over at the Chromatic Chimera, where I'm their accessibility and casting director, and I'm in a bunch of things there. The next time I will be live there is this coming Monday at 6:30 p.m. with no initiative for Wildmounts Daring and Divine. I'm a tiefling rogue, and it's been ridiculous. It's a good time. You should come check it out.
Oh yeah. And DM of the hour, Lily!
Hey, what is up? That was a super fun game. Thank you so much to everyone who watched and chatted and, just cheered on these amazing players as they, dealt with all of my weird ass DMing style. But yeah, my name's Lili Sparx. I'm the girl with many lives. You can find me streaming basically every day. Where can you find me streaming? Check my Twitter bio. And to go to my Twitter, I am Lili Sparx with an X. Thank you so much, everyone. I love playing weird characters and weird voices. So happy to be here.
Hell yeah. As for me, you can check out me here for the rest of the day. I'm going to be here till late. And streaming all the time. I should really plug something of mine that's pluggable. But charity stream on the 19th of June, starting at 6 p.m. and running for 24 hours. We're going to be raising money for Games for Love, with some names you might just recognize playing with us. Matthew Mercer, Satine Phoenix, B. Dave Walters, Samwise is going to be in it over here, I know. Chantel as well. Lily, you running a game?
No, I get to play with the lovely Alice.
Oh yeah, I remember. As you can tell, I'm still trying to organize my...
Got a lot going on.
Yeah, hi everyone. But that is promo. There's more people in it as well. I'm trying to think of the other names. There's like Alicia Marie and Kevin MacLeod. You know the music that we all listen to and use all the time? Kevin MacLeod is going to be in that freaking stream. Yes, that'll be right after they announce the new storyline at D&D Live. Yes, we will. We're not a part of the D&D Live event, but we are going to be happening at the same time. So, yeah. Yeah, sponsors, check out Mayhem Press. all of... I did spell it right. Oh my god, I'm getting delirious over here. I need more coffee. Mage Empress, check out all of their expansions for 5e, including the Fey Folio, which we play on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. EDT, which is a Feywild expansion. Yes. Also check out the Deck of Many, who also now publish the Cena Una thing. There's a link already in chat above when we were talking about... Let's put it in again. It's probably still on my clipboard. It is still on my clipboard. And at the moment they've got a clipboard. They've got a Kickstarter running for their new animated cards. They were funded in 15 minutes. Go and get in on it before you're jealous of everyone else getting in on it. And also check out Hero Forge, who do all of the minis. Talking of Kickstarters people wish they had been on, this one was a $3.1 million Kickstarter with amazing minis that you can find us creating on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. and Dungeon Fog for all of your map making needs. If you want to make maps and have your DM notes updated for you, that's the place to be. Yeah, we're gonna get ready for our next stream here in probably around... I'm gonna give myself probably 15 minutes, I think. 15 minutes. So get ready for that. We'll see you very soon, and I will catch y'all later on. Bye.